Fair warning, if you've never been told, it's important to never get too close to your clients because it's a recipe for certain disaster, which is something that I learned the hard way. So I once had this client that I actually really liked. When we started, she was super laid back and easy to work with. She wasn't trying to reinvent the wheel and do all this crazy stuff. She just wanted a membership site that worked and did what she needed to do in order to make the money from it she wanted to. And she was actually willing to listen to me and my thoughts on her site. And so I really liked her, and I felt like she really liked me too. And she was always pleasant when we talked. She always said nice things. Even when we had some issues that we had to work through at times, she was great to work with. And we had this one issue we were working through, and even in that, it was sort of a stickier, harder issue, and she was great through it as far as I knew. Then one day she forwarded me an email thread from one of her staff members, and it was about some question they had. So she just sort of forwarded it to me, I don't think realizing that the entire thread was copied along with it. And so it was kind of just the question, and I was trying to get some context. So I was tracing back through the thread to get a sense of the context of the question. And that's when I saw it, which was probably the most vile, expletive-laced paragraph that I've ever seen a client write, calling me every name in the book and spewing venom like I had never seen. And, because I really liked her, and I thought things were going well, and I thought she liked me, it kind of felt like a knife to the back. And it was a pretty hard lesson to me. And it's kind of amazing how quickly a client will turn from loving you, and telling you you're doing a great job and telling you that you're awesome and all that sort of thing, to suddenly telling everyone that they know behind your back that you're a bloodsucker. And it can happen in a heartbeat. So in any case, my solution was simple. I immediately fired her. I copied that paragraph, I sent it to her, and I said, I'm done. Now, she was completely embarrassed. She begged for forgiveness. She begged me to stay on, but I refused. I immediately followed her. Immediately fired her and moved on. And she even contacted me several months later and tried to rehire me back, apologizing profusely. But I refused to let her hire me because I can forgive someone, but I don't forget. And I'm not going to work with someone that I know is capable of that kind of thing, because ultimately it's just going to happen again. And a lot of times, sometimes that whole rehiring you in that situation can just be sort of a way to kind of get back at you. Now, of course, I could fire her and reject her because I had a backlog of other clients waiting to hire me. I literally had a number of quote requests that I couldn't fulfill because I was booked up in my support desk. So I had a backlog of clients waiting to hire me. And I had that backlog because I had created a system for getting those clients. So I'd build out the system. I had a few things I had to run it on a daily basis, and I could do those few simple things in about an hour. And then I could go about my day serving my clients, doing stuff I wanted to do, etc. So it was all because of that system that I was able to fire her and move on quickly because I had that backlog. It makes things a hell of a lot easier when you freelance and you don't have to swallow your pride with crappy clients. You can fire them and move on because you know you have more waiting in the wings. Anyway, that's what I teach you how to build in my Beginner's Guide to Freelance course, that exact system, how to build it out, how to run it, all that. And you can get access to it for nothing over on Skillshare. All the details on that are at johnmorrisonline.com/freelance.